Welcome back to Top Coin, Coin Collectors and History Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Canadian numismatics, uncovering the story behind one of the most sought-after coins in Canadian history, the 1973 Canadian 5-cent coin. Stick around as we reveal its historical significance, current market value, and why some of these coins are worth an absolute fortune. You won't want to miss this. Before we get into the big money finds, let's explore the historical background of the 1973 Canadian 5-cent coin. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has been a staple of Canadian currency since 1858. However, the 1973 edition stands out due to its unique place in history. This coin was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait appears on the obverse, head side, of the coin. The reverse, tail side, features the famous beaver design, first introduced in 1937 by artist George Kruger Gray. By 1973, Canadian coinage was experiencing significant changes. The Royal Canadian Mint was experimenting with different metal compositions and minting techniques, leading to some rare variations in the 5-cent coin that year. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Most 1973 Canadian nickels were minted in nickel-plated steel. However, some were mistakenly struck using older nickel planchets, leading to rare error coins. Additionally, some 1973 nickels show slight variations in their design, such as double dies and off-center strikes, which make them extremely collectible. So, if you have a 1973 nickel, you may want to take a closer look. It could be worth much more than just 5 cents. Now, let's talk about market value. If you have a standard 1973 Canadian 5-cent coin in circulated condition, it's typically worth face value. However, if you have a well-preserved uncirculated coin or one with a special mint error, the value can jump significantly. For example, a rare full steps version, where the beaver's dam design is perfectly struck, has been known to sell for $100 to $500. Even more impressively, high-grade MS 65 specimens have fetched over $1,000 at auction. And if you happen to have a rare error coin, such as a double struck or off-metal strike, you could be looking at values exceeding $3,000. So, how do you check if your 1973 nickel is valuable? Here are some simple steps. Examine the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for errors. Check for misprints, doubling, or unusual metal compositions. Check the mint mark. Some rare varieties may have different mint markings. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare coin, sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can help determine its true worth. And there you have it, folks. The 1973 Canadian 5-cent coin might just be hiding in your pocket change, waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye out for these rare and valuable treasures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and discoveries. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics to explore the history, market value, and hidden worth of the 1977 Canadian 5-cent coin. If you're a coin collector, investor, or just curious about rare coins, stay tuned. This might be a hidden treasure sitting in your collection. The 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, has been an essential part of Canada's currency for over a century. But what makes the 1977 edition special? Let's take a step back in time. The Canadian nickel has undergone several changes since its inception in 1858. Originally made of silver, the composition changed over the decades. By 1922, Canada introduced a pure nickel version, and in 1942, due to World War II metal shortages, the famous Tomback wartime nickel was created. Fast forward to 1977, the coin was produced with a composition of 100% nickel, weighing 4.54 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. On the obverse, we have a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on Canadian coins from 1965 to 1989. The Queen is depicted wearing a tiara, and the inscription reads Elizabeth II Digi Regina, a Latin phrase meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The reverse features the iconic beaver design, created by Canadian artist G. Kruger Gray. The beaver, Canada's national animal, is shown sitting on a rock in the water, a nod to the country's rich history in the fur trade. The words 5 cents and Canada 1977 surround the design. So, how much is this coin worth? Well, it depends on a few factors: condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break it down. The 1977 nickel was struck in high numbers, with over 33 million produced. That means circulated versions, which show wear and tear, usually hold little more than face value, 5 cents. However, if your coin is in excellent condition, also known as a mint state, MS, the value increases. For instance, an MS-60 graded coin might fetch $2 to $5, while an MS-65, a near-perfect specimen, can be worth $20 or more. But the real treasures are the error coins. Now, let's talk about the hidden gems, error coins. Errors occur during the minting process and make certain coins highly collectible. Here are some key errors to look for on your 1977 Canadian nickel. First up, the double die error. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice slightly off position, causing a shadow-like effect on the lettering or portrait. If you find one, you could be looking at a coin worth anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on the severity of the doubling. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is misaligned during minting, resulting in an incomplete or shifted design. These can be worth $50 to $150, depending on how off-center the strike is. Then there's the die crack error. Over time, dies wear out and develop small cracks, which leave raised lines on the coin. These are sought after by collectors, with some fetching around $20 to $100. If you think you have a valuable 1977 nickel, where should you go to sell it? Well, there are several options. Online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions are great places to check the going rates. If you want a professional opinion, sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC can help certify its authenticity and value. You can also visit local coin shops or coin shows to get a hands-on evaluation from experienced collectors and dealers. Plus, auctions sometimes have bidding wars, which could push the value of your coin even higher. So, is the 1977 Canadian 5-cent coin worth big money? For most, it's a common find, but in pristine condition or with a rare error, it can be a hidden gem. Whether you're looking to collect, invest, or just satisfy your curiosity, it's always worth checking your pocket change. You never know what treasures you might have. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin history, valuations, and collecting tips. Well, today we're diving deep into the 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin, its history, market value, and rare variants that could be worth big money. Stick around because you might just discover a hidden treasure in your coin collection. Let's start with a little history. The Canadian 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, has been an essential part of Canadian currency for over a century. In 1981, the Royal Canadian Mint produced millions of these nickels, but not all of them were created equal. This particular year was interesting because of a few notable minting details. Unlike earlier years where the nickel composition varied, the 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin was made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that distinct silver color. It weighs 4.6 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This version of the Queen's effigy was used from 1965 to 1989. On the reverse, we have the iconic beaver design, created by G. Kruger Gray, which has been featured on the Canadian nickel since 1937. Now, this is where things get interesting. Not all 1981 Canadian nickels are the same. There are different mint varieties and rare errors that can make them extremely valuable. Let's break them down. There are two major variations of the 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin, the business strike and the proof-like strike. The business strike coins were mass-produced for everyday use, and they often have a duller finish. The proof-like strike coins, on the other hand, were made specifically for collectors, with sharper details and a more mirror-like finish. But here's where the real money comes in. Mint errors. Some of the most valuable 1981 Canadian 5-cent coins have errors such as double die errors, where the coin's details appear doubled due to misalignment in the minting process, off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned with the coin's shape. die cracks, which appear as raised lines on the coin due to damaged minting dies. Overstruck coins, where a previous design or imprint is faintly visible under the 1981 markings. Alright, let's talk money. What is the market value of a 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin today? The value of your coin depends on its condition, rarity, and any mint errors it might have. Here's a rough breakdown. A regular circulated 1981 nickel is typically worth face value, 5 cents, to around 50 cents. The well-preserved uncirculated coin can go for $1 to $5. A proof-like version in excellent condition can sell for $10 to $20. And if you're lucky enough to have a rare error coin, prices can skyrocket to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, in recent years, some error coins from 1981 have sold for over $500, depending on their rarity and demand. That's why it's so important to carefully inspect your old coins before spending them. So, how do you know if your 1981 nickel is valuable? Here are some quick tips. Check the coin's condition. The fewer scratches and marks, the better. Look for any errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot any misprints or die cracks. Weigh the coin. Some rare minting varieties have slight weight differences. Compare with known valuable versions. Check online listings or numismatic resources. And if you think you have a valuable coin, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This can significantly increase its market value. You can sell your coin on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or even local coin shops. There you have it. The 1981 Canadian 5-cent coin might just be hiding a fortune in your pocket. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome coin collecting content. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Canadian coinage, focusing on the 1993 Canadian 5-cent coin. This small but mighty coin carries history, rarity, and even some shocking market values. If you have one of these in your collection, you might be in for a surprise. Stick around to learn all about its history, design, and most importantly, how much it could be worth today. Before we dive into the 1993 issue, let's take a quick look at the history of the Canadian 5-cent coin. The first Canadian nickel was introduced in 1922, replacing the previous silver 5-cent coin. Since then, the design and composition have evolved over the years. 1922, the first nickel made of pure nickel. 1942–1945, during World War II, the coin was made of tombac, a copper zinc alloy. 1951, due to nickel shortages, some were made of chrome-plated steel. 1982, the modern composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel was introduced. Now, let's jump ahead to 1993, a year that holds special interest for collectors. Like many Canadian nickels, the 1993 5-cent coin features an iconic design. The obverse, or front side, features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This design was created by artist Dora de Pettery Hunt and was used on Canadian coinage from 1990 to 2003. Now, flipping over to the reverse side, we see the famous beaver design by G. Kruger Gray. This beaver analog image has been a staple of Canadian nickels since 1937 and represents Canada's rich fur trade history. The words Canada and 5 cents appear, along with the year 1993 at the bottom. The 1993 5-cent coin was minted at the Royal Canadian Mint in Ottawa. Over 35 million of these coins were produced, making them relatively common in circulation. However, not all 1993 nickels are created equal. Some coins from this year may have slight variations, including die cracks, off-center strikes, and even doubling errors, which can significantly increase their value. So, how much is a 1993 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? Well, it depends on its condition, rarity, and any special errors. Let's break it down. Circulated condition, average were 5 to 10 cents. Uncirculated condition, MS, 60 or higher $1 to $5. Mint state, MS, 65 or higher $10 to $50. Rare error coins, up to $500 or more. One of the most valuable versions of the 1993 Canadian 5-cent coin is the double strike or off-center error coin. Collectors and numismatists pay a premium for these rare finds. If you think you have a rare 1993 nickel, it's always a good idea to get it professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade example with a rare error could fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Want to check if your 1993 5-cent coin is valuable? Here's what to do. Look for errors. Check for doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Examine condition. The fewer scratches and blemishes, the more valuable it is. Weigh the coin. Authentic 1993 nickel should weigh around 4.6 grams. Get it graded. If you believe you have a rare one, get a professional opinion. So, there you have it. The 1993 Canadian 5-cent coin may seem ordinary, but in the right condition or with the right error, it could be worth a lot more than face value. Always keep an eye out for rare finds in your pocket change. Who knows? You might just strike it rich with a simple nickel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on rare coins and collectibles. Have you found any rare nickels in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Canadian coins, specifically the 5-cent coin from the year 2001. You might be surprised to learn that some of these coins could be worth much more than just 5 cents. We'll explore its history, design, market value, and the rare variations that could fetch collectors a hefty sum. So, if you have any 2001 nickels lying around, pay close attention. You might have a hidden treasure. Before we zoom in on the 2001 edition, let's take a moment to appreciate the history of the Canadian 5-cent coin. Originally, Canada's 5-cent pieces were made of silver, and they were much smaller than today's nickel. It wasn't until 1922 that the composition changed to nickel, and the size was increased to what we now recognize. The beaver design that we are familiar with today first appeared in 1937 and has remained a key feature of the coin ever since. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin. Designed by G. Kruger Gray, the reverse side features the iconic image of a beaver sitting on a rock, symbolizing Canada's industrious spirit. The obverse side features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Petrie Hunt. This portrait was introduced in 1990 and was used until 2003. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a weight of 3.95 grams. Now, let's talk money. How much is a 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? In general, most circulated examples are only worth their face value, 5 cents. However, if you have one in pristine condition, known as mint state or uncirculated, its value can increase. A high-grade MS-65 example can sell for around $5 to $10. But wait, there's more. Certain errors and rare varieties of this coin can be worth much, much more. This is where things get exciting. Some rare variations of the 2001 5-cent coin have been found in circulation. Here are some valuable ones to watch for. Die crack errors. Some 2001 nickels have visible cracks in the die that create raised lines on the coin. These errors can increase the value significantly, depending on how dramatic the crack is. Off-center strikes. If you find a 2001 nickel where the design is misaligned due to an off-center strike, you might have a collector's item worth anywhere from $20 to $100. Double die errors. A doubled image or lettering can result from a minting error, and such coins can command high prices, sometimes exceeding $200 if in great condition. Proof-like and specimen coins. The Royal Canadian Mint also released high-quality proof-like and specimen sets for collectors. If you find a 2001 nickel in such a set, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $50. If you think you have a valuable 2001 5-cent coin, here's what you should do. Check the condition. The closer to mint state, the better. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine details. Weigh your coin. Sometimes, composition errors occur, making a coin slightly heavier or lighter. Consult with experts. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify rare finds. If you have a valuable 2001 nickel and want to sell it, you have several options. eBay or online coin marketplaces, great for reaching a wide audience. Coin dealers, they can offer expert opinions and instant cash offers. Coin shows and auctions, ideal for selling rare and high-value coins. Facebook groups and collector forums, many collectors are looking for specific coins online. So there you have it. The 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin might seem like just another nickel, but it could hold hidden value. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade specimen, or just an interesting piece of history, this little coin is worth taking a second look at. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin discoveries. Who knows? Your next big treasure could be hiding in your pocket right now. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of the 2007 Canadian nickel, explore its design, talk about market value, and, most importantly, reveal the rare versions that could make you some serious money. So stay tuned, hit that like button, and let's get started. Before we talk about its value, let's take a quick look at the history of the Canadian 5-cent coin. The Canadian nickel has been around since 1922, replacing the earlier silver 5-cent coin. The 2007 version continues the classic design tradition, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, and the famous beaver design on the reversed IT was minted at the Royal Canadian Mint, which is known for producing some of the world's finest coins. Did you know? The beaver design was first introduced in 1937 by artist G. Kruger Gray and has been a staple of Canadian nickels ever since. Now, let's break down the design and composition of this coin. Obverse, front side features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. This is the fourth and most recent effigy of the Queen used on Canadian coins. You'll notice that unlike previous designs, she is not wearing a crown. Reverse, backside features the iconic beaver sitting on a rock, surrounded by the words, Canada 5 since 2007. The design has remained largely unchanged since 1937. Composition. Unlike older Canadian nickels, which were made of pure nickel, the 2007 version is 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, and 2% nickel plating. This makes it magnetic, so you can test it with a magnet at home. So how much is a 2007 Canadian nickel worth today? In circulated condition, most 2007 nickels are worth face value, 5 cents. In uncirculated, mint state condition, they can be worth between 25 cents to $5. However, coins with errors or rare variations can be worth significantly more. Stay tuned because in the next section, we'll reveal the rare and valuable 2007 nickels that could make you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for. Let's talk about the rare versions of the 2007 Canadian nickel that are worth serious money. 2007 magnetic versus non-magnetic nickel. Most 2007 nickels are magnetic because they are made of steel. However, a rare non-magnetic version exists, possibly struck with the wrong metal. If you find a non-magnetic 2007 nickel, it could be worth $100 or more. 2007 nickel with die cracks or minting errors. Some 2007 nickels have die cracks or planchet errors. These imperfections increase their value. A well-placed die crack, especially near the beaver or queen's portrait, can make the coin worth $50-$500. 2007 proof-like and specimen coins. The Royal Canadian Mint produced special collector editions with a high-quality, proof-like finish. These coins are often found in mint sets and can be worth $10 to $50, depending on condition. So, how can you find out if your 2007 nickel is valuable? Check if it's magnetic. Use a small magnet to see if your coin sticks. If it doesn't, you might have a rare version. Inspect for errors. Look for die cracks, off-center strikes, or other minting flaws. Grade your coin. Higher grades, MS, 65 and above, sell for more. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches or wear. Sell your coin. List it on eBay, heritage auctions, or coin dealer websites for the best price. And there you have it. The 2007 Canadian 5-cent coin might seem ordinary, but if you're lucky enough to find a rare version, it could be worth big money. So, check your change, test your nickels, and let me know in the comments if you found anything interesting. Like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin collectors. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more valuable coin tips. In this video, we'll dive into the history of the 5-cent coin, analyze its market value, and uncover the rare versions that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Stick around because you don't want to miss this. Before we talk about the 2008 version, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Canadian 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has an interesting history. Canada's first 5-cent coins were actually made of silver from 1858 to 1921. However, Due to rising silver prices, Canada switched to nickel in 1922, giving birth to the classic design we know today. Over the years, the 5-cent coin has gone through multiple design changes. From the famous Victory nickel of World War II to the iconic beaver design, which first appeared in 1937. Designed by artist George Kruger Gray, this beloved beaver design has been a staple of Canadian currency ever since. Now, let's talk about the 2008 Canadian nickel. The standard design for this year remains consistent with previous years, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Susanna Blunt, and the classic beaver image on the reverse. But what makes this particular coin year special? Well, there are several reasons, including rare errors and unique varieties. Collectors and coin enthusiasts always keep an eye out for errors and varieties because these can significantly increase a coin's value. Here are some of the most notable 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin errors that could be worth big money. Double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on letters or images. If you spot this on your 2008 nickel, you might have a very valuable coin on your hands. Off-center strikes. Sometimes, a coin is struck incorrectly, causing the design to be off-center. These are rare and can be worth hundreds of dollars. Die cracks or cut errors. If you see raised lumps or cracks on the surface of the coin, it might be due to a broken die during minting. Collectors love these imperfections. Missing mint mark or weak strike. Some 2008 nickels have missing or barely visible mint marks due to weak strikes. These are rare and sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about how much these coins are worth today. The market value of the 2008 Canadian nickel depends on its condition and rarity. Regular circulated condition. If your 2008 nickel is just an average one found in circulation, it's likely worth face value, 5 cents. Uncirculated condition, MS, 65 and higher. A mint state 2008 nickel-graded MS, 65 or higher can fetch $10 to $50, depending on demand. Error coins and rare varieties. Now, here's where things get exciting. If you have a rare error, such as a double die or off-center strike, the value can jump to $100, $500, or even over $1,000 for the rarest varieties. Believe it or not, some rare 2008 Canadian nickels have already fetched high prices at auctions. Let's take a look at some real sales. A 2008 5-cent coin with a dramatic die crack sold for $300. A perfectly struck, high-grade MS, 68 nickel went for $500 at auction. A major off-center strike error was sold for an impressive $1,200. Now that you know the potential value of the 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin, here's how to check if you have a valuable one. Use a magnifying glass. Check for any doubling, mint errors, or unique marks. Look at the edges and details. Sharp details usually indicate a higher grade coin. Weigh the coin. A wrong weight could indicate a rare planchet error. Check auction sites. Compare your coin to others that have sold online to get an estimate of its value. So, there you have it. The 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin might just be hiding in your pocket or coin jar, waiting to be discovered. Who knows? You could be holding onto a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare money finds. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.